resolution 21, 22, 29 officer salaries. And this is a deal due to our evaluation of our county and stuff, and we're entitled to more money.
Can we do it while we're in office like this?
We have Brian's signature on it.
He signed off, all right.
So, anyway, I'll make a motion, we approve it.
I'll second. Oh, go ahead.
All in favor?
Is it
Aye.
our officers or
All officers.
all the
Yeah.
officers here in the
Yeah.
courthouse?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it an increase because of the hands that get that 1%, 2%, and 3%? We got
No, we have to meet the population deal, the census and evaluation of the county.
It has something to do with that.
And the statute changed
Yeah.
changed the formula, so if it's
It's all done by formula, so, yeah.
So we could possibly be getting a cut if the formula went the wrong
Yes,
direction.
it can,
Population?
yes, or valuation of the
the
county.
valuation does more than the population does.
And that's the net valuation of the
Of
property.
Properties, yeah.
what we have here.
Right.
Okay, number 6, approval of payroll safety awards, warrants, and claims.
I move we do so.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 6, approval of minutes of the last meeting, November 15th, 2021. Any additions or corrections?
I don't have any.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve this.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Oops.
Okay, discussion possible action regarding transfer appropriations from Highway District 1 served to Highway District 1 personal services and District 2 served to District 2 personal services in an amount of $15,184.50.
I move we do so.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Gosh.
About half my guys got that chest in here.
Just going around.
A lot of stuff going on, it seems like.
Just the bottom there, John. No, Davis have signed 3 places. Okay, number 8, discussion of possible action regarding a resolution approving county commissioner district boundaries.
Met with Boring, Chris, Friday, pretty much a couple hours. He's very concerned with how we do it now. He's checking with whoever he needs to check with, do his legal deal. I've worked on some maps with that Kendra Swadley. It doesn't change the population much. It looks the same virtually as the option 2 that we had, but it does increase the road miles. It doesn't get them equal, but it gets us, I think it leaves 43 mile difference. It brings D1 up to 452 miles. It brings D2 up to 438, and I'm setting at 509. You're everything north of the tracks. From Tacoma, that Custer Road, north of Tacoma, goes across there till it hits the tracks, and you pick up about 12 miles north of Tacoma. It leaves about 15 on the table for you. I think you pick up 50 miles, and it leaves 29 on the table for you. Chris looked at this map, he looked at that option too. He thought it looked better. He was concerned that we wasn't very close in our road miles. That's what he's going to check on. He liked that map, but he said it's up to us. It keeps us in the same deviation. This Kendra Swadley, she built that map and then I sent that to her and she fine-tuned it here in town. She's still got that map, but she hasn't sent it to ODOT for approval or anything. She just worked it up. That's the option I'd like to do. I'd make that motion, but
I'm gonna make a motion to table it, because I don't like it.
okay.
And I wanna tell you my reason, right here. Okay, in the last 3 years, I've spent 1.6 million on rock for my roads. You've got the same amount of money, you spent less than 700,000. You had the opportunity to get FEMA money that I estimate close to 500,000, you didn't take.
I tried.
You know, you didn't, David and I both got it. Both of those are unfair to your people. The gross production, we split with the majority of those wells, those horizontal wells, maybe a major majority of them being in D2 and D1, and that money's been split. You took all the wind farm money and that was a set of thing. You're getting the gross production off the wells in our districts, and we're getting the road story. I heard lots of grumping and grumbling going on about you working on that Avard Lake and not working on your roads from your people. So, I mean, I'm not quite sure when you talk about fair, what is fair? Those are my issues.
My issues is that D1 gets paid for 27 miles a month that I take care of. You get paid for 80 miles. You took 30 out here that you get paid for, but you get paid for an extra 50. There's 107 miles that's left.
What 27 do you take care of mine that
I didn't say that. I said you get paid for 27 miles that you don't have to take care of.
But here,
Them road miles are in my responsibility. Randy, you get paid for 80.
and
When I became county commissioner, and 30 of them miles you've been taken care of for 10 years. When I became county commissioner, Randy, I become sued 2 weeks after that. Old man Weaver run off in one of these gentleman agreement roads or whatever, and I had to go to court, and we come out all right, but I don't like that, you know. That's just part of the situation. We can table it, we can do whatever you guys want to do, but I just want to get it fair and
well, I mean, I made a pretty valid point, I think, about fair. And
I mean, the facts are the facts.
right, exactly, and that's what I'm getting at. And you've never produced us with those miles down there that you don't take care of, don't do anything that's on the paper.
I got miles that I take care of, and then there's miles on that map, I don't know what you're saying.
Well, the reason, well, you were the one, that came out of your mouth.
I looked at the map and it says we're not getting paid for it, so, I mean, I don't know what to say. I can't take them off if I'm not getting paid for it.
Well, here's
I'm
what,
sure there's some,
this has been in effect like this for over 30 years.
probably longer than that.
Well, and the reason it was set up that way was because of those sand roads down there in the southern part of your district that not a whole lot of material needs added or whatever, and
But when we get paid, they pay us, it doesn't matter. Sand,
Exactly.
any material, ODOT don't recognize that, so why would we
I
change
know,
it when we get
but-
paid for it?
well, we aren't recognizing the gross production. You haven't recognized the wind farm deal. You took it all.
It was
and-
down there in my area.
Right, but
That's
the
where
wells
damage-
are in our,
That's where the damage was done. Why would I?
right, exactly. So why shouldn't we have done that with the gross production?
I didn't do any of the gross production stuff. There's some of this stuff that I don't have any control over.
Exactly, but you did all of that down there, all the gross production, the oil and gas. You get to share in our loss. All those damaged roads and everything that went on in D2 and D1, you got the benefit from the gross production because there's no road agreements like there are with the wind farm. There is no gross production from the wind farm.
Okay?
So, I mean, and nobody's quibbled about that gross production ought to be split up by districts. And so, you've been
I
shared
don't
in
have no
that.
answer. I don't have no answer for that, Randy.
Well,
I'm just concerned with the road
I
miles.
know, but
and-
I'm
and
telling you
funding
about
here.
fair. And explain to me this, why did I spend twice as much money on rock for my roads as you did? We get the same amount. It doesn't matter how many roads you got.
You bought high dollar rock.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, one costs 200, one costs 6.
Well, I mean, why didn't you spend just that much more on the cheaper rock to take care of your roads? I mean,
I've been
that's
doing what I can do.
the proof's in the pudding. Well, you get the same amount of money as I do.
You know?
So if you aren't spending your money on
You
your
get
rock,
the same amount of money as I do.
right?
Yeah.
And
We
I'm
split it up 3 ways.
right.
I've got 574 miles, and when we split it up by that population, you get 467 miles. That you don't, I mean, you get
It-
miles and I lose them.
It's what you spend on the total deal. It's not per mile.
Okay.
I mean, that you got to
This month
explain
we
to
got
me that.
$334 a mile.
Well, you got to explain to me why I could spend $1.5 million and you can only spend less than $700,000.
I can't explain why you've spent what you've spent. I
I'm
can
not
only explain
grumping.
what I'm spending.
I'm asking you because I'm not the one grumping.
I'm just asking to be fair. That's all
That's
I'm
what I'm
I
asking
want
to say.
equal.
If you aren't spending that money on rock to fix your roads, then why are you gonna, if you get any less miles, you won't spend any
What
more?
money is that I'm not spending, Randy?
John, I don't manage your
No,
district.
I don't.
I don't manage your district and I don't expect, but that is a fair assessment of what the money's being spent on. Is the rock you buy to put on your roads. And if your rock is cheaper, you
What
should.
about bridges and pipe and graders and all that? What do you spend, that's part of that?
That's part of management.
I
That's
know.
not part of it's just how you manage what you spend the rest of your money on.
And what
it's
money
not
I've got, and I've got all this that I gotta figure out how to cover it, and that's management, right?
Well, you got newer graders than me. I don't know what your payroll is. I don't know anything about that except what we spend to maintain those roads you're talking about.
We'll do whatever you guys wanna do.
Well, I'm in favor of leaving it like it is.
figured you would be.
And I told you why.
We'll let the facts fall where the facts fall. Everybody can make their own assessment. Gotta be.
I guess my deal is
I just know that this map gets its equal. It doesn't change the
I don't-
population. It,
why didn't we just sit down and talk about this like we agreed to, instead of going to the DA and all that stuff?
because I wasn't getting anywhere. We're back, we're here. We've been talking about this a month. We don't want to agree with it. David.
When we didn't do this, we said we'd sit down together and make a gentleman's agreement. And then you go to the DA, like, you make me feel like you're trying to push something off that you didn't
Absolutely
think
not.
I would. I mean,
Absolutely not.
I just, that's kind of, that bugs me a little bit, but, I mean,
I'm just presenting you with option 3. Changes, it gets our road miles a little clearer. It's not equal. We're still 50 miles off, but it works the population. It gets the road miles closer. That's my motion. If you guys want to table it or make your own motion, that's you're right. But like I said, that's my motion that I'd like to see. If you guys want to get this Dan's app like we did and have Gina and Lisa build you a map just like we did, and we got time, send it to this Kendra Swadley. She will do what she's got to do and send it back to us. However you guys want to do it.
so in this road mile deal you got figured up here, it doesn't change voters at all.
It probably does. Where are you talking here in Alva?
Well, down south here.
Of Alva here.
Right.
Yeah, it's virtually the same as the other. I don't, if you look at it, it looks the same. There's the one that option 2, I don't work with the census stuff, them numbers look a little different to me. It's gotta be, because the bottom line down here, we end up with, but it's in the 5%. It's in that deviation.
So in this map here, where does Tacoma sit? This is out.
Yeah, that's just an hour. There's your certified mile.
Well, no. I mean,
This right here, this little deal right here is 500.
right.
I kept that blacktop. If you want that blacktop, you can have it. That's another 4 or 5 miles. But I kept that because leapers and all them, there's a bunch of them up there. But that's the Custer Road, just right there, that little blacktop on the north side of Tacoma. That's a divider, and it follows the tracks.
Just right on the north side of Tacoma, you go west and hit the tracks,
And then you're
go up to the creek.
out, and everything north of that is what, there's like 12 miles.
But you want me to end at the creek, where it crosses the creek at?
It goes right into Hopeton and picks up the highway. You don't have any Hopeton people, and he don't have any Abar people. He's got a couple out there on Garvin. I want to say the population change is like 15, maybe 7 with you. the country folks, there's not really a lot of people down in there, north of Tacoma. I mean, other than Leapers and Longhurst, there's nobody lives there. But there's a lady maybe right there across the creek.
Yeah, Myers. Well, I think we should move past what we did the other day and make this a gentleman's agreement.
So,
If anybody wants to change it again, if they don't, they'll have to.
well, I think they were all like they are when we ran for office, and we agreed to do it then, and statute says we have to get the population. It doesn't say we have to change any of this, so I'm gonna make a motion that stays like it is. If we don't, if they aren't gonna second his.
I mean, I think that still allows you to do a gentleman's agreement on any of the roads.
It does.
And that's what I'd rather see. I don't mind helping on some road miles, but I don't think we need to move. I mean, if I do 12 miles and John keeps those voters, that doesn't bother me a bit. I mean, if that, I mean, if that, well, I'll second your motion, and I'll still do, I mean, I'll do 12 miles, don't mind doing that.
Right.
But I want to be a gentleman's agreement.
And in that motion, I'm gonna make that motion that the miles stay as are. And we accept, B or A of whatever, that lady proposed to us the day we all agreed on that.
That was B, is what we agreed
Okay,
on.
that was within the 1%.
And that was the resolution she had sent.
Okay. So that's my motion, you second it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No.
Okay. Motion carries. Number 9, discussion of possible action regarding a resolution approving the donation to the Real Fire Department of Rock White in the amount of $600.
And I'm not sure that we had to have the resolution, because we already have
We have
the account, but I know we have to acknowledge it.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure, so I just went in and did one, because I thought, well, it doesn't hurt.
Okay. Well, I'll make the motion, we accept this $600. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any new business? Okay, approved, disapproved blanket purchase order.
I move to do so.
One second.
All in favor? Aye. Number 12, a motion to adjourn.
I move to do so.
Second.